Alright, so with statistics we also need to talk about correlation and causation. So today we're going to hit those topics and kind of talk about what that looks like in terms of a scatter plot. So starting with the scatter plot, this is a visual representation of two variable data. And so when we're talking about scatter plots, I want you to think about points on a graph. That's really what we're dealing with. There's an x-axis, that's one set of variables, a y-axis, it's another set of variables, and we're plotting those points on a graph. Now, a correlation measures how strong a relationship is between two variables. And also the direction of the variables. Are they moving in a positive or a negative direction? Okay. The correlation coefficient is a number, and we use the letter R to represent it between -1 and 1, and it is used to represent the correlation between variables. Alright. Now the line of best fit is a linear function similar to the curve of best fit that represents the correlation between two variables. And we find it using linear regression. Okay, and then the final piece of the puzzle is the causation. So causation is when a change in one variable directly affects, or think that it causes, the change of the other variable. Okay. Alright, so we've got a few different things. When R is a negative value, the correlation is negative. So an example of that would be something like this graph here. This is a negative correlation. Notice how the points are moving downward. Okay. When R is a positive value, the correlation is positive. And so that's going to be this example here, a positive correlation. They're moving in a positive direction. Okay. And when R is 0, there is no correlation. Okay, and so this is an example of no correlation, where there isn't really a direction that we're moving up or down. No correlation. Alright, and then the last little main idea here is that the closer that the R is, that correlation coefficient is to 0, the weaker the correlation. Okay, so if it's further out towards a -1 or a +1, it's going to be a stronger correlation, but if it's closer to 0, it's going to be a weaker correlation.